Okay, pursue.
I didn't get taught how to pursue men.
Maybe like 17 or 18.
What about you, Bo? When were you taught how to pursue a man?
I was not taught at all. The people just tell you what not to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody ever taught me anything.
Naomi?
I didn't learn how to approach men until my early 30s.
Okay. And Amr, when were you taught like how to pursue a man?
I wasn't never taught how to pursue a man, but I learned how to act around men, how to behave around men from very young, from just culturally. And that was starting at, 7, 8, learning how to behave around men.
Okay, so I guess the consensus is most of the women on the panel were never taught to pursue a man. And it probably is a skill you've never needed.
A woman can actually go on a date with a man, and depending on how she looks, literally get catered. Depending on how feminine and fit and friendly she is, she can get more. Women are afforded that. Men are not. Men have to work in order to get to a place of being desired. And that's what we're talking about, not the value of children and whatever else was being said. The fact of the matter is that in the dating market is if a man wants more options, he's going to have that's why women came up with that 666 thing, 6 feet and 6-pack and 6 figures. Women did that. And women are the one who push that as well. Even as far as on social media, demanding that a men take them out on like $1,000 dates and this and that, whatever. As a matter of fact, there was a list going around last year on social media about places to not go. And on some of those places, it was like, don't let him take you to Applebee's. Don't let him take you to like Cheddar's. Like, don't let him take you to any like chain like restaurants. And it was beyond me crazy that there's all these things, but then women were complaining like, men aren't taking us out no more. Well, you kind of put your foot in your mouth. So as far as dating and what we were talking about, that actually stands. Men have to work to have value, and women just arrive with value. Now, depending on your age, and as you get older, your value goes down because most men desire lineage. And as you get older, it's more, a woman becomes a geriatric pregnancy by the time she's age 35, and it becomes dangerous for her to have children. And if a man is dating a woman in her 30s, he's probably not going to be able to have children. So, all of that plays a role in it as well.
I have a question. I guess I would like for the ladies, but I'd like to start with Pretty. How old were you when you were first taught the proper way to approach a man? 45. Like dating and stuff?
I'm not sure. The proper way of approaching a man, I don't know if I was ever taught that formally. I think I just kind of learned it, understood it through society. I don't think anyone sat me down in girlfriend school.
What about you, Pearl? How were you? Who taught you how to approach a man, and when did you learn?
My older brother and like his guy group. So I would say maybe like I was 12. And I call myself having a little boyfriend type of thing. I mean, the conversations get a little deeper as you get older, but yeah, I say about 12.
Bo, who told you how to pursue a man?
Y'all were going up to men and hollering at them?
Say what?
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm asking both y'all for clarity. Y'all was going up to men and hollering at them?
Oh no, I thought you meant like approach, like if I was interested, like this is communication. I don't.
You like pursue?
Okay, pursue.
I didn't get taught how to pursue men.
Maybe like 17 or 18.
What about you, Bo? When were you taught how to pursue a man?
I was not taught at all. The people just tell you what not to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody ever taught me anything.
Naomi?
I didn't learn how to approach men until my early 30s.
Okay. And Amr, when were you taught like how to pursue a man?
I wasn't never taught how to pursue a man, but I learned how to act around men, how to behave around men from very young, from just culturally. And that was starting at, 7, 8, learning how to behave around men.
Okay. Okay, so I guess the consensus is most of the women on the panel were never taught to pursue a man. And it probably is a skill you've never needed. But how about you, Trev? When were you first taught how to pursue a woman?
Shit. I was in elementary school. We'll just say that.
This is so dumb.
Elementary school, you were taught you had to learn game and don't say this, don't say that. It doesn't ever stop because you keep developing. Even as a man, you still have to learn and grow more. You have to develop yourself, and like you have to do this. You got to. It's a bunch of things that we have to do before we could get a taste of anything.
How about you, M. White?
Yeah, shit, as young as I can remember, like when it got real bad was like 10, 11, 12, 13. That's when the men get depressing you, like you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't smelled nothing yet, you ain't did XYZ, you don't got no girlfriend. That's when they kind of get depressing you, you know what I'm saying? To make sure you on point with approaching and talking to women. It's a given that men are gonna need to learn that skill because we have to approach women. Like women aren't, we're not born typically with the value where women run up to men and just throw themselves at us. It's the way society works.
Willie, how about you?
My father showed me how to treat women by how he treated my stepmother. So I started it from the time I was 2. I watched what he did to her and what she did for him. Say, hey, you know what? That's probably what I want my girlfriend to do for me. So,
but nobody made a specific effort to tell you how to navigate around women. Or?
I was raised by my father solely. So
to pursue them.
Yeah, that's my point. So what my pops did with me was he emulated what he wanted me to imitate. That's what happened. He didn't have to say he wasn't coming to me like, hey, when you gotta have game, you gotta be smooth. He didn't do that. I got that from like my cousins and like uncles and
that's
shit.
And that's what I agree with, because it's not necessarily just your father. It'll be your peers, it'll be the people, the kids that's a little older than you, cousins, all that shit. So even if it's not your father, because keep it G, some of us didn't have fathers around at all. So but you were still taught. It was still the norm for men to be shown this is the way. We had to learn that skill set from somewhere.
So if you look at it that way, right? I say that my father taught me how to treat a wife. My peers and stuff told me how to fuck hoes.
Ooh.
Sleep with women. My bad.
What you, True?
Yeah, I was a young pup. I got the indoctrination around 7 or 8 years old, watching my cousins. I grew up in the era where they would put the R&B song on. He'd call, call his line of girls, play the music in the back, all that. I was fascinated because it was like 15 girls he had to call in like an evening. I'm like, this is wild. So,
I think